Hey, everybody, welcome to Hearing God in 2 Timothy 4. We've come to the end of this short but impactful book. And my highlight for today is verse 13, but I'm going to read it in context beginning with verse 9. And remember that the Apostle Paul is in prison. He's anticipating he's going to be executed soon. And so these words are personal and weighty for his young protege in ministry, Timothy. And so it says in verse 9, "Do your best to come to me soon. For Demas, in love with this present world, has deserted me and gone to Thessalonica. Crescens has also gone to Galatia, Titus to Dalmatia. Luke alone is with me. Get Mark and bring him with you, for he is very useful to me for ministry. Tychicus I have sent to Ephesus." And then here's verse 13. It says, "When you come, bring the cloak that I left with Carpus at Troas, also the books, and above all the parchments." And so, why did I choose that verse? Well, it just struck me that here Paul is in his last days. He doesn't know how many there are, but he knows that they're drawing to a conclusion. And he wants his ministry materials. He wants to be busy doing the work of the Lord, doing the very things that God has called him to do. And that word parchments, I looked in the English Standard Version study notes. It says parchments would be vellum sheets made of animal skins. The papyrus scrolls may have included writing materials, official documents, or Paul's personal correspondence. It seems most likely that the parchments would have been books of some kind. In any case, although Paul is expecting to die soon, he is still concerned about getting his books and parchments so that he can continue to work for the sake of the gospel. And so, what hit me in my or explanation in this here journal is that in light of his impending death, Paul is living each moment with intentionality and urgency, seeking to make the most of the time that he has left. And you may be wondering, Chad, why are you wearing a tie today? It's not just for this occasion and meeting with you today, but I also have a funeral to facilitate today. And so kind of timely in terms of talking about this particular theme of making the most of the time and urgency when we understand that our time is limited. And I said in my application, none of us knows how much time we have left. Time is the most precious resource we have. And so you can have the most rich person on the face of the earth, materially speaking, but they don't have any more time than you do or that I do. And so you can't make more time, which makes it so very precious. And so that raises the question, what will I do with this dear resource that God has given to me and he has given to you? We awaken each day thankful that God has given us the breath of life in our lungs and that he's given us a day to live. What will we do with that day? Will we pursue trivial things, or will we, like Paul, pursue the work of the Lord to the very end? And it fits that earlier verse that's so famous as well, where Paul says in verse 7, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith." It really speaks to the calling for each and every one of us to go strong to the end and not just to give up at some point and say, "Hey, I've done my time. I can just kind of coast." No coasting for Paul. He tells Timothy, "Hey, bring me my ministry materials. I got work to do." And you and I have work to do as well. And it will look different than Paul's work, but there is work that God has uniquely gifted you for and that he's called you to do. And so are you doing that work to its fullest potential? And so for me, for my response, I said, "Father, help me to live with intentionality and urgency today, investing in the things of eternity and not the trivial things of this world." And so I hope that challenges you today and encourages you as well that what a gift we've been given today. Let's make the most of it. So thank you for joining me on this journey through 2 Timothy. We'll start a new book next week and look forward to doing that with you.